forget.
I am so tired of you acting like you speak for the people of the state of Indiana or the city of Indianapolis. You do not speak for me or anyone I know. Now listen, you two jerks. Jerks on the right.
Hey, everybody. What's going on?
Hello.
We made it to Friday. We made it. Don't let me forget. I got gifts at the end of the show. So I got to like go through all the gifts.
I'll try to help you remember.
Gifts on there's a bunch of stuff over here. I got to like show everybody. But first off, you guys in danger. All right.
Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. So make sure that you guys go to readywise.com and get all of your stuff to prepare for everything. Like disaster, emergency, all that stuff. Get 10% off with code CHICKS10. Do it. Readywise.com. Go.
Do it.
Do it. Do it.
All right, there's a lot to get to today. A lot of stuff went on yesterday, and we're going to just cover some sort of random headlines first. And we're just going to start right off with you needing to read a Trump tweet.
Oh, yeah. Happy Friday to me.
So he's really, really, really interested in adding another little notch on his "How many wars have I stopped" belt.
Okay.
And he really wants to add the Russia-Ukraine war to the stopping war tally. And so here is what he tweeted yesterday.
I have just concluded my telephone conversation with President Vladimir Putin of Russia, and it is a very productive one. President Putin congratulated me in the United States on the great accomplishment of peace in the Middle East, something that he said has been dreamed of for centuries. I actually believe that the success in the Middle East will help in our negotiation in attaining an end to the war with Russia and Ukraine. President Putin thanked the First Lady Melania for her involvement with children. He was very appreciative and said that this will continue. He also spent a great deal of time talking about trade between Russia and the United States when the war with Ukraine is over. At the conclusion of the call, we agreed that there will be a meeting at our high-level advisors next week. You guys, I'm sorry, I'm blind. The United States' initial meetings will be led by Secretary of State Marco Rubio, together with various other people to be designated. A meeting location is to be determined. President Putin and I will then meet in an agreed upon location, Budapest, Hungary. That's a good place to see if we can bring this inglorious war between Russia and Ukraine to an end. President Zelensky and I will be meeting tomorrow in the Oval Office, where we will discuss my conversation with President Putin and much more. I believe great progress was made with today's telephone conversation. That is great. You know what's not great? You know what really pisses me off is that there are two Y's in Zelensky.
I know, right?
It's always bothered me, you guys. I have to get that off my chest.
I don't like it either. I don't like it one bit.
Don't like it. Don't like it.
So here's the thing about President Putin. I think he's very good at stringing President Trump along. Like he's very good at making him think, you've got this, this is all going to work out and you're going to look like a hero. And then nothing happens. And then Putin just does the opposite of what he tells Trump that he's all about. So I think he's just highly untrustworthy. I'm cautiously optimistic because Trump has obviously stopped 8 wars already. So I would not be surprised if he stopped a 9th, but this is Putin we're talking about. And he's awful.
Yeah. He's the boyfriend that can't commit. He's that guy.
He is that guy.
He just strings you along. And then you're like, dude, you're a liar.
Yeah. So we'll see. I don't know what the White House meeting with Zelensky today is going to be like. And I don't know what the Hungary meeting is going to be like. I don't know. I mean, I'm glad it's going to be Marco talking, because Marco is very effective. But again, this is Putin and he just likes war. Clearly.
Putin is going to Putin,
He is going to continue to Putin. Also, it's been a minute since we talked about that story out of, is it Iowa, where the school superintendent was like a complete criminal and right? Like he was a total criminal who was actually partially hired by a woman who's running for Senate.
Yes.
And so we talked about that whenever it was hot news, whether it was a week ago, 2 weeks ago, whatever. And now the latest update about that is that Jackie Norris has decided to suspend her campaign, which I think is the right decision.
Yes, very good decision.
Very good decision on her part.
Yes.
So that has happened. And then also there's a Democrat who at least for now, is running against Susan Collins. And it was discovered yesterday that this Democrat is a complete piece of excrement. He apparently, this is in Maine, of course, his name is Graham Plattner, and some Reddit posts of his have been exposed by K-File, where he calls himself a communist. He says he owns guns because he doesn't trust fascists. And he says cops are bastards and that rural whites are stupid. So he seems great.
Yeah. It tracks though with Democrats, doesn't it?
Right.
It tracks.
Totally.
Yeah.
So that, I don't know if he's gonna continue to run, and if Democrats are gonna continue to support him. They seem to do that with all the horrible people, so I wouldn't be surprised.
He should get a shirt that fits, is what he should do, first and foremost.
That would be great.
Yeah.
Also, do you guys remember when Chris Wallace was going to do the whole CNN Plus streaming service, and it was a utter fail?
Mm-hmm.
Remember? You guys remember?
We remember.
They're doing it again. I don't know why, but they are going to launch a new streaming service at the end of this month. This is according to an internal meeting. And so For America on Twitter said maybe they should call it CNN Plus Plus. And the tagline should be, it's going to work for real this time. Trust us.
It should be like they should have said, so you're saying there's a chance.
Right. And I think it's going to cost like $70 a year.
No.
So
who's going to do this?
the same people that did CNN Plus, I guess.
Like, we're just like 3 people. Good luck with that, CNN. Thank you, but no.
So that has happened. And then, just as Democrats love to do, when they want to fund criminals, when they want to fund illegals, when they want to spend all of our tax money on really stupid shit, they eventually run out of it. And what do? They raise taxes. And so what they're doing in Chicago now, this is the latest brainchild of Brandon Johnson, they are now going to have a head tax, which means that any company that has 100 plus people as employees will have to pay a tax of $21 per employee per month.
Wow.
So they're punishing companies for hiring people, punishing companies for growth. This is so typical of what Democrats do to punish
companies.
Capitalism.
Yeah, capitalism, companies. And like, what company is going to stay there? They're going to just GTFO is what they're going to do. Bye. Good luck with that.
I mean,
Chicago.
what a disincentive for growing. It's so stupid.
It's
God.
It's a disincentive for, like you said, capitalism, just companies in general to go to Chicago. What in the hell?
So dumb.
Wow. Yeah, it's crazy. Bye. Companies are just going to just exit that city. Unreal. And
then speaking of Illinois, there was a story that broke yesterday that a cop in, I can't remember what county, Hanover, Hampton, something like that. There's an illegal cop working in Illinois. Here is the story about that.
To breaking news now. Immigration, Customs and Enforcement has just revealed in the last short time a police officer working in Illinois is an illegal immigrant.
My God.
Raduli Vajovic works for the Hanover Police Department. He graduated from the academy in August.
How?
But he has been living in the U.S. illegally for a decade.
Oh, my God.
After his tourist visa expired in 2015. His illegal status was discovered as part of Operation Midway.
How does this happen? Are people not checking things? I mean,
they say they did, but that the guy apparently had all of his paperwork in order. I don't know what that means, if it was fake or I don't know what he provided, but yeah.
It just makes you wonder who's doing jobs that they're not qualified to do, that they're just lying on their resumes. Think of all the people that have gotten jobs over the past however many years in this country. Just illegal immigration aside, think of all the liars that are in positions, that are people that are in charge of you guys, that are in like corporate, like C-suite positions across the country, making bank, that are just flat out effing liars that just lie their way. Think of it. Think of all the people that are doing that just weren't vetted. Seriously, you were in HR. Did you, I would imagine when people came through and you hired people, you had to call and check references and make sure these people went to the colleges they went to, did the things that they said that they did. Do you think that everybody in HR does that now? They probably don't.
And if they do, I mean, are they relying on records that are also not real? You know what I mean? At this
Right.
point, I just don't know what you can trust.
Oh my God. It's
Yeah, it's crazy.
insanity. I cannot believe this. Like,
It's
especially in law
crazy.
enforcement, like our government should be doing at the very least, our government should be doing that. If it's happening there, it's happening in companies all across the country. Like, holy crap.
Yeah, totally.
It's
Absolutely.
unbelievable.
And then again, speaking of Illinois, I guess JB Pritzker released his tax statements or something yesterday. And according to NBC News, he took home $1.4 million in winnings after gambling at a casino in Vegas last year. So he made, I think, 10 point something million dollars last year, and 1.4 of that was from gambling.
Oh
So
my
that
God.
seems really sus, but he was asked about it in a presser and he just kind of like, holy no, it's totally fine.
I obviously, and I've explained this, or at least we did in a statement, that
Oh my
I went on
God.
vacation with my wife, with some friends. I was incredibly lucky. You have to be to end up ahead, frankly, going to a casino anywhere. It was in Las Vegas, and I like to play cards, and so that I founded a charitable poker match here in Chicago called the Chicago Poker Challenge that has raised millions of dollars for the Holocaust Museum here.
He's just lucky, you guys. He was just really lucky. That's all. It's fine. It's all
I
fine.
don't believe him. His stupid little smile. Wow.
I know.
The shit these people get away with. It's just remarkable, isn't it?
It's incredible. It
Isn't
really,
it?
really is.
Wow.
Meanwhile, the
Okay.
rest of us are out here just trying to make it, right?
Just
and then we've
shut
got
up and right.
then
here
we've
we
got
go.
poor seniors who have to deal with trying to figure out all of the government nonsense around
Yeah.
Medicare and how to pick a program. There is help for you.
Yeah. We love this sponsor, you guys. We love them so much because Medicare is so confusing. When I get to the point where I have to do all this insurance stuff and Medicare stuff, I'm going to use Chapter. They're just amazing because millions of people end up stuck with Medicare plans they cost too much or they don't cover enough. I've got a mother-in-law that's dealing with that stuff right now. Like just a lot of stuff where this isn't going to get covered. So what am I going to do? And sometimes like stuff just vanishes entirely year to year. Like you're like, wait, what's going on? So, cause they change year to year and many of them, some stuff doesn't renew. If you're okay with your current plan, that's fine, but you have to review options for 2026 anyway. So it doesn't hurt to just get a second opinion and work with this company. This is the thing. It doesn't cost anything to do this. It's free. You just get honest, free advice from a really incredible advisor. They know their stuff. They're working for you to make sure that and you can save up to, I think they save people an average of like $1,100 annually on their insurance, which is incredible. I want my mother to do this. I want my mother-in-law to do this. And we are going to do this when we get to the age. Work with Chapter, get peace of mind this enrollment season. Call them today. You have to call them. So this is the number. It's 442 3 chicks. You can get a super fast, pressure-free Medicare review. It's Chapter, and it's 442 3 chicks. Doesn't cost a thing, you guys. Just call them, and they can walk you through it. Doesn't hurt to
And
see.
they're salaried, which means they're not like trying to make sure that you take a
Right.
specific plan that they get a payoff from.
Mhm.
That's super important too. I love that.
They're
about
just
them.
helpful. They're just helpful people. We love the sponsor. They're fantastic.
4423 chicks. Check
Yep.
them out. All right, let's get into some of the big news from yesterday. One of the biggest stories, of course, was that John Bolton did get indicted. And by the way, as much as it bothers you that there are two Y's in Zelensky, it bothers me that there is a C in the word indicted. Like, what is it doing there? Why? Why is there a C
I
in that
know.
word?
Again, like people who are learning the language that come here and they're learning the language for the first time. It's like English is their second language. They're going, wait, what? It should be
Right.
indicted. Indicted? What?
That's
Yeah.
what you would think. They would say that, and then that one guy would be like, "No,
No.
why would you think?"
It's true.
I don't get it at all.
I
But
don't
anyway,
either.
he was indicted yesterday. And I thought before we get into the news of that, let's just take a little trip down memory lane and listen to him
Yes.
when Trump was raided and then also charged for, mishandling classified documents as a president who has all the authority to unclassify documents. John Bolton never had that authority. But here is just one example of what he said about Trump.
The president had a habit of asking to retain sensitive documents. And from time to time, he did that, and we didn't know what happened to them. And it was always a concern that because he didn't really fully understand the risks to sources and methods and other dangers of revealing classified information, that it might get out to the wrong people.
That's weird.
Oh no, did it get out to the wrong
It
people?
did. Yeah. And then he said that he wanted them to move as rapidly as possible to nail President Trump. You know what I mean? So,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, no one's above the law, John. No one. These people, they just don't understand how karma is a vicious biatch and she will eventually get to you. You know what I mean? They just think they can evade her. They can't evade her. She will
And actually,
find you.
his handling of classified documents was far more egregious than anything that President Trump was accused of. Here's just another flashback of John Bolton being very, very, the gravity and the seriousness about which he talks, with Trump's charges. It is, just listen to John Bolton because he knows what's what.
Neither I nor anybody else not involved in the case knows what's in the documents yet. But I do know what kinds of documents were put in front of the president during my time, I'm sure during the entire 4 years of his term. And they did go to absolute, the most important secrets that the United States has, directly affecting national security, directly affecting the lives and safety of our service members and our civilian population. If he has anything like what the indictment alleges, and of course the government will have to prove it, then he has committed very serious crimes. This is a devastating indictment. I speak here as an alumnus of the Justice Department myself, because not only is it powerful, it's very narrowly tailored. They didn't throw everything up against the wall to see what would stick. This really is a rifle shot, and I think it should be the end of Donald Trump's political career.
The end of his career. Meanwhile, reelected.
It's just, he didn't call that one. Good thing he's not a gambler, right? He should stick with Pritzker. Gamble with him because damn, not good, John.
Oh my gosh. So Trump found out about the indictment while he was busy making announcements about healthcare, and a reporter said, "Hey, did you hear that this happened? And do you have a reaction?" And here is that reaction.
By a grand jury in Maryland. Do you have a reaction to that?
I didn't know that. You tell me for the first time, but I think he's, a bad person. I think he's a bad guy. Yeah, he's a bad guy. It's too bad, but it's the way it goes.
Case against
That's
him?
the way it goes, right?
That's the way it goes. It's karma. It's karma, man. He should have stuck to making chicken,
I loved that reaction. I love that he was just like, "Well, that's just the way it goes. He's a bad person.
Guys,
Bye."
bad things happen to bad people, I guess. Right.
Anyway, once we get into the nitty gritty of the charges, more and more information about those is trickling out. And here is sort of a first look at what CNN reported when they got the word.
John Bolton, the former national security advisor to Donald Trump, a longtime federal government official, has been indicted by a grand jury. We are learning that through two different sources from our producer, Hannah Rabinowitz at the Justice Department. And we have confirmed that the grand jury was in today with the lead prosecutor on that case, the same prosecutor who had been on some of the documents of the search of Bolton's house just 2 months ago, or not even 2 months ago, a prosecutor who also has some experience in investigating these sorts of things. He was a prosecutor that was also working on the Biden classified documents handling investigation that led to no charges. But in this situation, the bulk of this case, it's been going on for several years, and our understanding is that it's about John Bolton's use of an email account with AOL, an email account where he was writing diary-like notes and summaries of his time as as national security advisor to himself, at times even sending them to his wife and daughter. And that is the sort of thing that the Justice Department does say frequently, not just in the climate of a Trump administration, that that's something that you should not do. We have seen many charges like this before of other high-ranking officials, and that also with John Bolton in those search warrants, and what we're very likely to see in court going forward is that the Justice Department saying he should have known better.
Is she hopping on her Harley afterwards? What is she doing?
Well, she took her cue from Gretchen Carlson. So I'm not Gretchen Carlson, Gretchen Whitmer. Sorry.
She looks ridiculous. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing, CNN? Get a stylist for these people. What is going on?
Again, we just showed that picture of Gretchen Whitmer. That is a trend. And we're just not up to speed on it, I guess. We're just not, we haven't gotten the leather memo.
I have leather and I have suede, but I don't wear it in those situations. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I sidetracked us, but that was just so distracting to me. I was just like, what is she doing? Anyways.
All right. Before we get to more, because there is more specifically about this story, we're going to hear from a former federal prosecutor with his take about this. We're going to hear about a little bit more about the specific charges and how they're just mind-blowing. You heard a little bit of that already. But first, Daisy needs to tell you about Prolon. New sponsor alert.
You guys, so, okay, everybody has their health goals out there. You know, I'm like the health girl here. I'm the talk about all like the health stuff here on the show. But the one thing I have issues with, okay, I mean, I have a lot of issues, but one of the main things I have issues with is sugar. I eat way too much sugar, okay? I eat a lot of sugar. So, and I'd love to do a fast, but I cannot fast because I can't do the intermittent fasting thing. I know a lot of you guys will start saying, I intermittent fast. You should do that, Daisy, blah. I can't do it because I have migraines. All right. And plus I really love food, you guys. Okay? So I cannot give it up entirely. And I have chronic migraines and I have autoimmune things and I have to eat regularly or else I'm going to wind up in the ER. So there's this company called Prolon and they have a 5-day fasting mimicking diet that is science-backed, it's structured, and it helps you stay on track, and it helps you it's basically like fasting, but without completely giving up food. I did this. I did it 2 weeks ago with my daughter-in-law. She wants to lose weight. I want to give up sugar because I've given up on losing weight. So I just want to give up sugar. And I was able to do it. Like I have not had sugar since I did it. It's 5 days. It helped me kind of kickstarted her weight loss. She wanted to lose a little bit of weight before they start having babies. And then I wanted to get off sugar. Totally works. It works the cellular level to kind of rejuvenate you from the inside out. It helps you kind of kickstart things. Some people just like to do like a cleanse. It's fantastic. It really is good. And it's not that hard.
But what do you get? Like what is it?
You get like soups and it's all plant-based, which I am more of a meat eater, but it's plant-based. And I got to tell you, it was nice to give my body a break from all of that. And the food is pretty good. It's like a lot of, soups and there's some like olives and stuff in there, which I was never an olive person, but I started really liking olives. There's like kale crackers, all sorts of just really healthy plant-based stuff. And it was developed at USC. You guys will love it. You should totally check it out. You can get 15% off site-wide plus a $40 bonus gift when you subscribe to their 5-day program. It's prolonlife.com/chicks. That's PROLON life.com/chicks. Get 15% off. It's really cool. I think you'll like it if you're into that stuff. So check it out. Great company.
I mean, that sounds intriguing.
It is. It helped me get back on track. Seriously, I got to tell you, I am not a faster, but this was kind of like a fast. And I haven't had like a Reese's cup in like 2 weeks. And I have chocolate every day, you guys. And I was like, I got to knock it off with the chocolate. You know what I mean? So that was
all right. So back to the Bolton news. This is a former federal prosecutor talking to Will Cain about these charges and about what this means.
Worked on these cases both on the prosecution side and on the defense side. And I'll tell you, they are very difficult cases to defend against because it is, in essence, a simple analysis. Is the document classified? Is it in your possession? Did you purposefully possess the document in question? And then you reach other analyses. You look at what was the purpose for the possession to determine whether or not additional charges may be brought. Remember, though, I'm very mindful of the fact that Bolton has a lot of knowledge and a lot of insight. There's may be an effort to also get his attention and get him talking about other things that he may have information about. This is just the beginning, the tip of the iceberg. I think it's a difficult case to defend against. He, of all people, should know. Doesn't matter if it's old or new materials. If it's classified and you possessed it, then it could be a crime.
Yeah, this is going to be.
He's in trouble, you guys.
Yeah.
He's in some serious trouble.
He in danger. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
is in some danger. But he, according to CNN again, apparently plans to self-surrender. Here's a little bit about that.
Bolton is expected to self-surrender as soon as tomorrow in federal court in Greenbelt, Maryland. So it's not going to be a long time until we start seeing more of the meat of what this case may be, and the court proceedings get off to a start very quickly.
So 18 counts in this federal indictment, including apparently charges about Iran hacking his email account, his AOL account, which I feel like that's bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just
especially
a
if he
little
was
bit.
writing himself, like using AOL as a little diary of all of our country's secrets. That is really, really dumb.
Yeah.
And then the other dumb thing is, as you heard earlier, he was just sending this stuff to friends and family. And so there's an exchange that comes out of the indictment where he sent 2 different people a bunch of classified information with a message that said, more stuff is coming. And then like this follow-up message that said, none of which we will talk about. And then somebody responded, shh. I mean, they knew exactly what they were doing. This is not a stupid man. He's from the DOJ. He knows what it means to take care of classified documents. And yet, here's
He
what we
did
got.
it. Yeah, because he believed he was above the law. He believed that he was in a position of power and he could do whatever the F he wanted to do. Well, guess what? You can't, John.
You can't. So he has now responded. If you want to read his statement, here it is right here.
For 4 decades, I have devoted my life to America's foreign policy and national security. I would never compromise those goals. I tried to do that during I know, right? I tried to do that during my tenure in the first Trump administration, but resigned when it became impossible to do so. Donald Trump's retribution against me began then, continued when he tried unsuccessfully to block the publication of my book, The Room Where It Happened, before the 2020 election, and became one of his rallying cries in his re-election campaign. It's not all about you, John.
Right.
Now,
Can you imagine? He's like basically saying Trump made me do it.
right. I mean, my God, the narcissism. I can't.
Right.
Now I have become the latest target in weaponizing the Justice Department to charge those he deems to be his enemies with charges that were declined before or distort the facts. These charges are not just about his focus on me or my diaries, but his intensive effort to intimidate his opponents to ensure that he alone determines what is said about his conduct, dissent, and disagreement are foundational to America's constitutional system. I cannot believe I'm reading this. And vitally important to our freedom. I look forward to the fight to defend my lawful conduct and to expose his abuse of power. What?
I can't. It's all Trump's fault that I did these things.
The projection here.
I
the
know.
gaslighting and the projection. Did you live through the Biden years? Did you live through them like we did? Because I can't. I just can't.
It's freaking crazy.
I know.
Absolutely freaking crazy.
My God.
All right, so we'll be following that, obviously.
Mhm.
Here's another very quick Trump tweet that he talked about yesterday with Hamas. He said, if Hamas continues to kill people in Gaza, which they are doing, lots of public executions going on there, which for some reason people like Anna Kasparian doesn't care about, right? Because it's not the Jews. But he said, if Hamas continues to kill people in Gaza, which was not the deal, we will have no choice but to go in and kill them. Thank you for your attention to this matter. So a lot of people, particularly the Nick Fuenteses, like the Dave Smiths, everybody freaked out because of the word we. They took issue with the fact that this means, oh my God, we're going to war, right? This is immediately what they thought.
Oh my God,
Nick Fuentes, I know. Nick Fuentes, as an example, said, so now Trump is threatening to destroy Hamas with the U.S. military, which he recently deployed to Israel. Just when you thought the situation couldn't get any worse, the peace deal might draw us even further into the war.
Oh my God, shut up, dude. I swear. I cannot with that guy.
And they just don't understand Trump's style, Trump's way, Trump's language. And so, again, when a reporter asked directly about this, here is what Trump said.
So do you mean U.S. forces would go in and take out Hamas?
No, I didn't say who would go in, but somebody will go in. It's not going to be us. We won't have to. There are people very close, very nearby that will go in. They'll do the trick very easily, but under our auspices.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, that was obvious, but like, of course, everybody loses their mind whenever he tweets something. They just can't deal.
Yeah. And I don't know, what is the big deal? So just get rid of Hamas. Like why is that a bad thing for us to say? We just need to completely eliminate them.
Right.
Why do they get so butthurt about that?
Because again, the left loves protecting the worst people.
Yeah.
The
I mean,
worst.
these are terrorists that we're dealing with. And it's,
can you
and
believe you have to say that?
And it is different. I mean, this is different than like the Ukraine Russia thing. It is different. There's a difference here. We're dealing with, these are terrorists that terrorize and do unspeakable things to women and children. I mean, I've not seen the videos. You haven't. I don't want to, but I mean, this is a whole different element that we're dealing with, and it's a cancer. And I just don't understand the people who get so butthurt about anybody saying we just need to eliminate this. If you're upset by that, you may be on the wrong side.
You're definitely on the wrong side.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, though, voices like Nick's and Candace's and Tucker's and all those people, they are so freaking influential. And so now, according to this new poll, Rasmussen poll, support for Israel has declined because people are buying into this ridiculous Free Palestine narrative, this pro-Hamas narrative. And it's,
oh my God.
It hurts my heart. But this is the problem when people like Nick, particularly, he's getting more and more platformed. And so now there's talk, at least according to Alex Jones, that Nick is going to be sitting down with Tucker Carlson, because now it's like they're all just conspiring together. And it's so gross, frankly, but this is what's happening. And so you can't be surprised, I guess, when the support declines.
Well, he already sat down with Dave. I mean, he and Dave sat down, a week ago? And they had a long conversation. And it really was the Nick Fuentes show. Yeah. I watched a lot of it. I couldn't stomach the whole thing, but I watched a lot of it. And Dave just sat there. And
which is not like him.
No. I mean, it was Nick Fuentes just going off because he just wanted a platform and he got one. And so that's what that was. I guess if you're into that, okay, but this is becoming an issue because it's just straight up anti-Semitism. And when you're pro-Hamas,
I know,
like, what the F are we doing, you guys? What are people on the right doing?
It is so scary. And then again, the platforms that are giving more attention to Nick Fuentes, the write-ups. I mean, the New York Times ran a piece about him. GQ ran a piece about him. Like it's getting to be really, really bad. And then there's that whole other guy, Myron Gaines, who also has a very, very, very popular podcast or whatever it is that he does. And he is among the worst of them. Absolutely disgusting. Here is what he tweeted yesterday, for example. And this is a guy on the right who said, yeah, we like Hitler. No one gives a fuck what you woke Jews think anymore. Bro was a revolutionary leader and saved Germany. The Jews declared war on Germany first. This is where we are. This is the narrative now that people are like, yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Yeah. I mean, you guys, we had just, we did an interview with Ben Shapiro like about a month ago. And it's because he wrote a book. This is what people do. People go on book tours. You do interviews with them. And listen, I was delighted to talk to him. We'd never had the opportunity to talk to him in the 17 years we've been doing Chicks on the Right. I was really happy to talk to Ben Shapiro. He's great. He seemed like a nice guy. And we interviewed him. There were a couple clips that went up yesterday on our Instagram page, our team put out, because we do that. Like, we'll interview people and then they'll repost stuff. You would not believe the comments, the disgusting, vile, anti-Semitic comments, just because they saw his face. There was nothing said about Judaism or Israel. He was talking about his book. He was talking about young people in America and them being lions or sheep, basically. He was just talking about youth in America, whether in conservatism. That's it. That's what we were talking about. The vitriol, just the crap that was spewed on our Instagram page, the stuff that we were called because we were talking to him from conservatives.
God, that's so sad.
It is at a level so disturbing now that we've been doing this, like I said, for such a long time. I'm like affected by that. I'm just like, what is going on? Like, these people on the right are so far to the right now. Like, they're freaking Nazis. They are actual Nazis on the right. I'm disgusted by these people. They're so far up that they're up at the top. And then the people on the left are Nazis so far up. They've met. So these people are lunatics. I want nothing to do with them.
There's a huge conversation that it was started by Matt Walsh, who was like, the right is just so bad at unifying and we've really got to come together and it's all one big tent and that's the way that we win. And man, did so many people basically put him in his place, although Matt never gets put in his place, right? He will never bend, but he's wrong. I will never unite with anti-Semitic, Holocaust-denying losers. I won't.
I won't either.
And you know what happens when you do is that those people then normalize. It's already happening. Those ideas get mainstreamed, and then that's what our party and the right becomes. We've seen it happen with the left, where now AOC and freaking Bernie are the leaders of the party, and they're freaking socialists.
Right.
That's what happens when all the Democrats fall in line, is that everything gets even more extreme. I don't want that happening. So I will push back against it forever, and I'm not going to fall into Matt's whole, oh, let's just accept everybody.
And
No.
Somebody told me don't call them Nazis. That's what a Nazi is. When you deny the people that are denying the Holocaust and hating Jews, the stuff that is said to us on our pages, I mean, like, go suck somebody's Jew. I mean, you would not believe some of the stuff that is said to us on our pages when we post just a video. And I have to shut these people down and delete them. You would not believe the blocking we have to do on our socials. Yes, I'm going to call them Nazis because that's precisely what they are. That's what they are. It's gross. It's disgusting, you guys. And you're right. I'm not going to hang out with those people. I'm not going to align with those people. I want nothing to do with those people. It's disgusting. It's just like mainstreaming pedophilia to me. I'm not doing it. I want nothing to do with it. They're disgusting. Disgusting.
Quick break before we talk about the rise of Islamism, which is a huge concern, and we need to be talking about it. But first, we need to talk about not effing with your face. And here's the way that you can help not
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Guys.
This is the not so secret, you guys. You don't have to F with your face. It's the red light face mask. It's like a daily go-to. I do it. I don't do it every single day. I do it
every other day, every couple days.
20 minutes, like every couple days. And you know what? Here's another thing that it does for me. It's like I'm noticing like less fine lines, especially around my eyes. I love it. And my face is a little more glowy. But every time I put it on, I fall asleep. I know that's a fringe benefit, but I thought I
got a little bit of warmth, just a little bit.
I don't relax, you guys. Like, Mock is really good at relaxing. I don't do that. So this thing actually helps me relax, which is really great. It's like a nice little fringe benefit. I thought I'd mention it. It's more than skincare. It is award-winning. It's high tech. It's fantastic. It has all the good red light, all the award-winning advanced red light stuff in it. It's lightweight. It's flexible. You can travel with it. It's not like one of those hard masks, obviously. It's just a fantastic. I love it. It's great. It's worth every penny. It's for all skin types. I love that it's portable and rechargeable. You can go to boncharge.com/chicks. Make sure you go there. Use code chicks and save 15%. boncharge.com/chicks. Use code chicks.
It's awesome. Absolutely awesome. All right. So, we consider Israel to be sort of the front line of defense against Islamism. And that's why that's one of many reasons why we support them so strongly. And it's because we believe the words that come out of the faces of groups like Hamas, of the pro-Palestinian psychopaths, of Muslims who say their whole goal is to be taken over the world. I mean, they are very, very clear about it. It's not like they're hiding it. And so I feel like we need to remind people of a few examples. Here's one of those examples.
This is a Muslim country. and every single one of you will be Muslim.
Nope.
It's just that simple. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, this religion of mine will enter every single home, whether you like it or not. It would overtake every religion, whether you like it or not.
Nope. Not mine.
They're very clear, you guys. And the reason that Islamism is rising is a numbers game that we are losing. They procreate like their life depends on it because it does. And they're really, really good at it. And the rest of the religions, unfortunately, are not. And that's a problem.
I mean,
It really scares
that's
me.
absolutely true, but it's not coming into my house. I'm an infidel. That's what I am. Happily.
Yeah,
Happily.
over my dead
Over
body.
It'll actually be over my dead body. I mean, this is a religion that has I was telling Mock, I fight with ChatGPT all the time. Like I fight with it. This is what we do. But he and I call it a he and I were fighting about apostasy laws this morning. They have those. If you leave Islam, they will kill you. There are still countries where they are like, oh, you're going to leave Islam? Okay, well, we're going to kill you. I'm sorry, WTF. Like, you know how many Christian denominations I've left? I've gone. I've been Presbyterian, Methodist, Catholic, Baptist. I've been all of them. And I've left. You know what I mean? And now I'm just non-denominational Christian. But I mean, I've dabbled in all of them and I've left. No one's tried to kill me. You know what I mean?
And they've never threatened to either.
No.
It's not even a thing.
We are not the same.
Exactly. So we're going to get to the New York City debate in a little bit. But as it relates to Zohran, there was a guy talking to Lila Rose about Zohran and this whole idea of taqiyya, which you've probably heard that term before. It's basically permission for Muslims to lie in order to achieve their world domination goals. And so he was talking about how that's absolutely what Zohran is engaging in. Take a listen.
Money is practicing taqiyya.
1,000%. 1,000%.
He's presenting
the
as
Muslims are laughing at you guys. Like this is the funniest thing. Like,
Totally.
dude, give it 50 more years. Entire New York's gonna be Muslim, and then before you know, it's gonna be Sharia courts, and then like y'all are. It's like it's like shooting yourself in the foot. Like I can't even believe. And like you see Europe. You look at Europe, it's happening right now, and then you're like, oh, let's just do it here in New York. Like this is the best thing that could happen in Islam, and he's gonna win because we're too stupid.
That word
100%.
that thing that they just said, I can't remember the word they just said. I don't really care.
Taqiyya?
Yeah, taqiyya. That's when you're allowed to lie to further your agenda, to further your religion. That's what that is.
Yeah. I mean, and they're very open about it. Okay. So this is not a secret.
Taqiyya.
And, it's great that, that there's eyes on Antifa in terms of it being, labeled a terrorist organization. There's problems with the Muslim Brotherhood who are not always looked at in disfavor, which is a huge problem. I don't know who this man is, but he speaks very eloquently about the Muslim Brotherhood and what a danger it is. Take a listen.
Brotherhood's playbook is clear. Infiltrate governments and civil institutions, target the youth with radical discourse, use religion as a cover for political power, and finally, hinder peace and stability efforts, fueling division and conflict. This isn't Islam. It's Islamism, a dangerous ideology. And every day the West refuses to confront it,
Right.
it puts its own freedom at risk. So I ask again, when will the US ban the Muslim Brotherhood? When will Western leaders learn from those of us in the Middle East who have seen the damage firsthand? Because the longer we wait, the more space we give extremists to recruit, manipulate, and destabilize societies. The international community must act together. Cooperation, information sharing, and a united stand against extremism are the only way forward. The UAE showed everyone the courage to lead. Now it's time for the West to follow.
Yeah, because if it's not by force, it's by infiltration. And that's precisely what they're doing. It's the long game. And they're getting into our politics. Look around the country. Wake up, everybody.
Look around the world. Look
That's
at all
what
the
they're-
European countries.
Yeah.
It's horrifying.
They're infiltrating into politics. That's what they're doing. What do you think Mamdani's doing, for crying out loud? If you think otherwise, you're high or you're liberal. I mean,
Or
but I
you're
repeat
Anna
myself.
Kasparian, who
Right.
is the video that you're about to see from her is so completely insane, especially based on what we just heard from, I mean, these aren't obviously the only people who are sounding the alarm bells, but I thought it was common knowledge that the reason that there are so many Islamists who are infiltrating the UK, for example, all kinds of countries all across Europe, is with purpose, because they want to invade. They want Islamism to be the overarching religion, and they want to take over the world. This is not a secret. She is trying to say that it's Israel's fault that there is this kind of migration by Muslims. It is so batshit, this whole video. I almost couldn't believe it was real. But you guys, this is
I need Western
real.
countries to hear me when I say this, okay? All the Western countries, United States, Europe, especially Europe, okay? I don't want to hear any whining about the Islamification of your country because of mass migration. As you aid and abet, or at best case scenario, just remain silent at what's happening in the Middle East because Israel wants to build their empire. Okay, the mass displacement that we've seen in the Middle East is the result of us going into countries, bombing countries, overthrowing, governments that Israel doesn't like. All of that stuff has led to mass migration of Muslims. You think they want to go to your stanky ass country? No,
Yes.
I think they would rather be in their homeland, but they can't live in their homeland because it's been bombed to smithereens.
Oh my God.
That's the reality of the situation. So if you don't want the Islamification of your country, how about you stop aiding and abetting Israel in their disgusting land grabs and empire building? How about that?
Wow, she
It's
is
psychotic.
She is-
Psychotic.
and also moronic.
God,
And I'm sorry, if you don't like my stinky ass country, then get your stinky ass out of it. Like, what is that?
How many Muslim countries are there compared to itty bitty teeny weeny Israel?
Exactly.
And she's trying to say Israel is causing all of these people to leave their homelands. Are you
not
freaking
enough,
high?
There's not enough room, Mock. There's just not enough room for them. I can't. So
I cannot believe that.
They've got to come to our stinky ass country. It's stinky. Didn't you know that, you
I
guys?
can't.
It's
I cannot
stinky.
believe that was
Houston
real.
is stinky. Dallas is stinky. F off.
Just cannot believe that was real.
I know, right? Listen, we need to do what Giorgia Meloni is doing in Italy. We got to start doing like a crackdown on all this stuff. Like from a federal perspective, I truly feel that way. Like we got to ban burqas, niqabs, all that kind of stuff. I just feel that is what we've got to do. We've got to do it. People may disagree with me because they're like, it's freedom of expression, blah, blah, blah. I just don't agree with that. I think that when you are covering I just don't think we should do that in the United States of America. I don't.
It makes
when there's
me so uneasy when I see
when
it.
there's a slit there, I don't. And where are the feminists? Where are they? Why are they all like, yay, cover yourself. It's fantastic. Women have no rights. Yay. Why are they on the side of this? I don't get it. It's such a juxtaposition and it's all mixed up and it's effed up. And I don't understand how they are for this. I don't get it. Somebody has to explain
make any
this to me.
sense.
Some liberal, lunatic, blue-haired feminist needs to explain how they are for this. Explain it to me.
You guys remember yesterday when we were talking about Mike Johnson and how he can't get mad? Like he just can't.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
And
I
that
do remember.
when he raises his voice just like the tiniest couple decibels, that's like him throwing an absolute temper tantrum.
Mm-hmm.
So he got mad yesterday and it was hilarious. And we're going to show that to you in just a second. But first, I know you want to tell people about Beam. And I'm going to show everyone a QR code also.
Yes, there's a QR code for you can actually go to shopbeam.com/chicks and use code chicks at checkout, but there's also a QR code. But creatine is all the rage right now. It's not a trend, y'all. Like it's tried and true. It's one of the most well-researched supplements out there for energy, brain function, long-term health. If you're a gym person, you know what creatine is. It's all about maintaining lean muscle. For me, it's bone health. If I can maintain a little bit of muscle, then it helps my bones. I'm all about bone health at this point because I'm getting older and I have osteoporosis and I don't want everything to disintegrate, So I take Beam creatine because it's clean, it's effective, it works. Plus it's made in America, which is super important to me now. And so I'm looking at companies now that are American companies that support conservative ideology, They create American jobs, and that is so important to me. I wish I would have done all of this sooner, honestly. Creatine is tasteless. You can put it in anything. There's no junk in it. Beam is the best. So you can get it at beam.com/chicks or use that code.
Shopbeam.com/chicks.
I'm sorry, shopbeam.com/chicks and use code chicks for up to 30% off or use that QR code. Okay. Yay.
Do it. All right. So before we get to Mike Johnson, Karoline Leavitt, she is such a freaking rock star. I have such a crush on her.
Yeah.
So she was
amazing.
also on Fox to talk about the shutdown and where we are, because obviously we're still in the shutdown. And the way that she just so perfectly outlines how stupid everything is right now, she's just so freaking eloquent. I love her. Here she is.
The president and the White House's position on this Democrat shutdown has not changed. All they need to do is vote to reopen the government. That is all we are asking for. That's all Republicans want. We want to reopen the government, get people back to work, get people paid. And the Democrats are just so selfishly using politics to shut down the government and hold the entire country hostage. We now have thousands of flights across the country that have been delayed and canceled because air traffic controllers and TSA agents are not getting paid through this shutdown. President Trump had to tap into tariff revenue to get WIC money out the door for vulnerable women, infant, and children. President Trump and the White House used a creative solution to get our troops paid. The president is bending over backwards to do what's right by the American people, and the Democrats are continuing to play partisan politics. We hope every day that sensible Democrats with just a little bit of courage to stand against Bernie Sanders and AOC, who, according to the CNN town hall last night, are clearly the new leadership of the Democrat Party, stand against that radical nonsense and vote to reopen the government. And then we can have serious conversations about health care, about immigration, about our economy. That's what this administration wants to do. President Trump wants to fix our broken health care system. That's why he's had a number of announcements with major drug companies to bring down the cost of prescriptions and pharmaceutical drugs in this country for American consumers. He's more than committed to talking about that. But first, we must reopen the government. And it's deeply unfortunate Democrats voted today for the 10th time to shut down the government for the 16th day in a row.
They're basically holding America hostage.
Yeah.
And we are not going to negotiate with terrorists. That's what this is.
Exactly. Okay, so Mike Johnson, he's doing these daily updates, and his version of just being like enraged is so sweet that I love him because he cannot get mad, even when he's mad. He even says, I don't want to be mad, Mike. I want to be happy, Mike.
Does he really say that? Oh my God, I missed that. I totally
Oh my
missed that.
God. It's so cute. You guys watch.
On theirs, but to get everybody together and build that consensus is not possible until we get the government operating again and we stop holding. I get very upset about that. We stop holding the American people hostage for these ridiculous political games. People see what's going on here. We should not have Border Patrol agents not paid right now because Chuck Schumer wants to pay political games to cover his tail. I don't know how much more simply to say that, and every single one of you know that's exactly what's going on. I don't like being mad, Mike. I want to be happy, Mike. I want to be the happy warrior, but I am so upset about this. God bless America. We're done. Thanks.
Oh my God. He's so flustered. God bless him.
He's like the least angry person ever,
Could you imagine? He's never yelled at his kids.
Ever. There's no way.
He hasn't. He is like, when he raises his voice, it's not raising his voice.
I know.
He's like,
so
Billy,
cute.
Get off the shed. Get off the
count
shed,
to
Billy.
three. I'm
Get
count
off
quietly,
the shed.
but
And
I'm
then,
counting.
his wife has got to be the one that lays down the law. Get off the shed,
I mean, he's just so kind. And then
Totally.
the meanest, most rage-filled thing he says is, God bless America. That's his cursing, you guys.
I know, I can't. It's just the greatest. It's so great. God bless him.
I know. He's so precious. John Fetterman is becoming the bane of the existence of Democrats, and it's absolutely hilarious to watch. But now, according to Axios, there is scoop that the Dems are plotting his ouster.
Oh no. Dun, dun, dun.
So never mind that he votes with Democrats about 96% of the time. They're going to potentially cast him aside because they don't like the fact that he likes Israel. They have a problem with that. So that's what's going on.
He's not anti-Semitic enough. I got it. Okay.
Right.
Well, I mean, I don't know. He may not fit in on the right these days either.
I know, exactly.
I don't know. Where are you going to go?
Frank Luntz pointed this out, that he has a positive approval rating with voters in his state, which Trump has won twice in the past 3 elections. Pennsylvania is kind of purple. So I think the fact that he stays independent minded is probably a good thing. And he's not up for re-election for another couple years anyway. So I don't know what this ouster is all about, but just so you know, that Democrats are not happy with him.
He's just telling the truth. He's basically saying this is the strategy. They're holding America hostage. I mean, and we don't negotiate with terror. We have to hold the line. We have to.
Oh my God.
We just cannot cave, you guys. We can't. I mean, I know that Mike is pissed in his own little non-pissed Mike way. You know what I mean? God bless America. But we cannot cave. We can't.
No, we
I
can't.
worry about that a little.
I'm hoping that after tomorrow's big tantrum, like the national tantrum that is going to be the No Kings protest, I hope that is enough. You know what I mean? Like, I hope that at that point, the Democrats are like, okay, we've had our little tantrum and now we can do the right thing.
Do you think there's going to be a big turnout? Do you think?
I do. I think it's going to be huge. And
really?
Because I don't know what else. I think everybody's just mad and they don't know what else to do with themselves. But I mean, just look at some of they're not the sponsors, but they're the contributors. They're the organizers of this event. It includes the Communist Party of the United States of America. It includes the Freedom Socialist Party. This is the Democrats. And if you're a person who aligns with this protest, you're signing on. You're signing on to that. What is wrong with you?
You're a commie, is what you are. Congratulations, you are a commie. If you're a Democrat at this point, you're a commie. Congratulations. That's what you align with. Yeah, totally. Yeah. I don't know.
Crazy.
I don't know if I believe it's going to be huge or not. I'm not sure. I'm just not there yet. I guess I'll just wait.
I think it's going to be big.
Okay. You have more hope than me. I'll wait and see.
It's not hope. I don't want it to be big. I just think it will be.
I just feel like, because the thing is, it all depends on the people, you know, and these are Democrats.
But they're paid. So many of them are paid.
A lot of them are paid, but the ones that aren't paid, they have to get up and they have to go out and they have to be active and walk and do things. And so I don't know. I guess I'll see. I guess the ones that aren't paid.
I think it's going to be big. And I think a lot of it's going to be paid. And look at all the people that are signing on.
You're right.
These organizations, they've got money because of Soros. And they're just giving it out because they want a huge turnout. And I think that's exactly what they're going to get.
And again, they say they don't want a king, but Soros is their king. Paying to do this. Like, can you not see?
I know. Actually, Greg Gutfeld made a great point about the No Kings protest, the idea of it. Here is Greg mocking it. He thinks it's all hilarious.
Saturday. I love the No Kings thing because if its very existence proves that it's not necessary.
Right.
You know, if this was a king-led country, you wouldn't be able to have your No Kings protests. I mean, who are you protesting? Spain? Denmark? Cambodia, Dana? They have a king.
Yep. He's right. He's so right. Like, congratulations, you're allowed to freely protest and do all this shit. Paid for by your actual king, who is Soros, who allows you to protest, who pays for you to protest. He gives you the funds. Like, who's controlling you? You commies?
Idiots. They're all just such idiots.
They can't see.
So we need to get to this whole Jay Jones text controversy. There was the Virginia debate last night for AG, and that was very, very interesting. I loved this tweet from Crusader Peppy, who said the average Democrat sees right-wing group chats making edgy jokes and they assume it's 100% serious. This is because when they talk about hurting conservatives or edgy political figures, they are 100% serious. I thought that was a really good observation.
Really great point. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. But the fact that Jay Jones said that children should die because this is what they genuinely believe, it doesn't stop Democrats in the party to continue to support him. It's freaking crazy. There's another example of Virginia Democrat, what's his name? Representative Beyer, I think, who you're about to see, just justifying it, making excuses for it, saying Trump says similar stuff, which is batshit. I know.
What Jay said was awful. It's no worse than what Donald Trump says almost every day.
What?
And the things that J.D. Vance has said, you compare it to the other evil things, people make mistakes.
Oh my God.
He hopes he prevails, he said.
Wow. He wanted kids to be killed. And you look like Beavis.
He totally does look like Beavis.
God.
Oh my God,
he looks like old Beavis. So disturbing. And then you're okay with that guy talking about children being, these people are loons, y'all.
I know, they're awful. And up until yesterday, I had never even seen Jay Jones. Like, I'd never seen a picture or a video of him until yesterday. He's totally Temu Tiger Woods to me. He looks like
he does look like Temu Tiger Woods. Yes,
right?
He does. A little thinner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But so there was the debate between him and the sitting AG, Miaris. And so the first things first, Jay Jones apologized. Here is what that looked like.
Now tonight, you're going to hear two very different visions for the future of this Commonwealth. And you're also going to hear from my opponent about text messages that I sent that I deeply, deeply regret.
I don't believe you.
Let me be very clear. I am ashamed. I am embarrassed. And I'm sorry. I am sorry to Speaker Gilbert. I'm sorry to his family. I'm sorry to my family. And I'm sorry to every single Virginian. I cannot take back what I said.
He does look like a hungry Temu Tiger Woods. Like hungry, like he looks skinny,
Yeah.
And he's not sorry.
No, he's
I don't
not.
believe
He's
that at
sorry
all.
he got caught.
Yeah, it's true.
So Miaris was amazing. I mean, and he would not let this go. And I love that he wouldn't let it go. Here is just one of a few clips that we've got about him also talking about the speeding, like, because he was like 60 miles or something over a speed limit, and then he got out of being prosecuted, like he did community service, which ended up being a total scam. So here is Miaris talking about that.
The reality is that Jay Jones was in court for going 116 miles an hour on Interstate 64.
Oh my God.
4 people were in court that day, were going roughly the same speed. 3 of those 4 people got suspended or active jail sentence. But Jay Jones is a politician, and he asked the court not to give him any of that, to give him community service. And instead, we now know he misled the court. That community service, it wasn't done for a charity. It was done for his own political action committee that he controlled. And the reality, Jay, is that your text messages that advocated for violence against innocent children, Jay, if you were to apply to be a line prosecutor in not just my office, any attorney general office in the country, you would not pass a background check. And right now, you may say that you are sorry, but look back at what happened. You had 3 years to say you're sorry, Jay, and you didn't. 3 years to actually recognize what you did was horrific. You chose to stay silent. Carrie Cornier called you out then. You doubled down. It was after she called you out for these text messages that is when you said you advocated for violence against children. And when this became public, we now know your first statement wasn't saying I'm sorry. The words I'm sorry wasn't even in your statement. It was to say we all send text messages we regret. You attacked the president and you attacked me. It wasn't until 12 hours after you were first notified that you then decided to say I'm sorry. Because at the end of the day, Jay, you're a politician, not a prosecutor, and you certainly can't be the top prosecutor in the state of Virginia.
That's right. And you're right, Buttigieg. Even I don't go that fast. You're right.
Unless you're with me, in which case you do, and you get tickets.
Okay. I mean, but still, I pay the price, okay? I don't do community service. I actually pay a fine. That's right.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
So he wasn't done. He also went after, because I guess at some point during, his time to talk, Jay Jones said that part of the pillar of his campaign is the protection of children, which of course Miaris was like, "Are you freaking kidding me?"
Yeah,
Here
bitch,
he is on that.
Out. And I find it a little bit stunning that today you say one of the pillars of your public safety platform is protecting children. Were you protecting Jennifer's children when you said you wanted to see them die in their mother's arms? How can anybody who's ever worked in any of the crimes against children, all of the areas of federal and state local law department, how can they ever take you seriously, be the top prosecutor, knowing that you view that children should die to advance a political agenda? It's unconscionable, and if you were truly sorry, you would not be running for this office because you disqualified yourself.
Get him. I can't believe it. I can't believe that he would get any votes.
I know. It's unthinkable. And yet Democrats are like, yeah, he's fine.
He's great.
Fine.
Yeah, I'm Beavis, and I totally support this message.
So he was given a chance to respond to that, but he was also avoiding the question from the moderator, which was, why should anybody trust you after learning what you said? Why should anybody give you the benefit of the doubt? Why should you be trusted? He insists that he has taken accountability. Does that even mean anything anymore? Taking accountability would be stepping down and saying, I'm taking accountability. I effed up and I'm going to remove myself from this race. That's accountability.
Yep.
So I don't know what he means when he says that he's taken it, because
it's political speak. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. So here is his response to Miaris and to the moderator.
Delegate Jones, let me give you 30 seconds to respond, but also just to answer the question that I'd asked earlier. Why should voters trust your judgment moving forward?
Well, look, Brett, I want to say one thing. Jason Miaris can't prosecute a case against Donald Trump, that's for sure. And I will also say this. I was held accountable by my party, and I deeply, deeply respect that. But what about when Donald Trump used incendiary language to incite a riot to try to overturn an election here in this country? What about when Winsome Sears used violent language about people who disagree with you and her and your extreme position on abortion? What about when John Reed shared Nazi porn? You haven't said a word. I've taken accountability for my mistakes. It's time you take accountability too.
And let me ask you just one more time, Delegate Jones, just so we're clear and the voters understand, why do you think they should trust your judgment based upon these two events that we've discussed?
I've taken accountability for my mistakes, and I know that people in Virginia right now demand and deserve leaders who accept when they make mistakes and can acknowledge that and have been held accountable.
I don't understand. I still don't get it. Call me Ketanji Brown Jackson, because I just don't understand.
Well, I think you don't
where the accountability is.
You don't understand because you're on the right side. And like all they have to do is say, I take accountability, and they don't actually take accountability. Yeah. All they have to do is just say it. And then Democrats are like, look, he took accountability. He said the words. They came out of his pie hole. And so he took account. That means nothing. Your actions speak so loudly, I cannot hear what you say. You crazy, dirty politician. That's all you're doing is just speaking words, and you're full of shit. And we all know it. And that's precisely what's happening here. He's just saying words. It's all it is, just words. That's all it is.
Come on, Virginia, do the right
Do better.
thing, for crying out loud. Because we've lost hope for New York City. New York City is basically a lost cause.
I mean,
the debate was scrappy. Curtis Lewa, I'm so angry at him for being in the race at this point, because it could be tighter if he would just get out. He has absolutely no shot at winning. And so why he continues to stay in, I have no idea. He's helping Zohran get elected, essentially. And so we'll have some clips from the debate itself. But first, we need to play, again, because, and we've said this before, that Zohran is a very, very talented politician. He's very good at campaigning. He's very good at social media. Here's just another example. I mean, we're going to roll our eyes, but this is pretty cute little video that he put out about his young age. People have a problem with him being only 33. Here's what he said about that.
Good morning. I know some of you have expressed concerns about my age. You're worried about a 33-year-old becoming mayor of New York City. And I want you to know I hear you. That's why this weekend I'll be making a change. I'm turning 34, and I'm committing that for every single day from here on out, I will grow older. It's not something I ever wanted to do, but I know it matters to you, so I am. You can get that out of here. Let's cut to the chase. The best birthday gift you could give me is to come on out and canvass.
I know exactly. I just know who this guy is. I can see.
Oh, yeah.
I can see behind this. And so I cannot stand him. He makes my skin crawl. He represents everything
up.
He represents Islamo-communism, and everything about that just makes my skin crawl. I can't. It's all performance art. It's all acting. And I can't. He makes me, I can't.
But the problem is that so many people do. They just lap it up with a spoon, and they just think he's so charming and so smiley and so well spoken and all the things. It's disgusting.
I mean, I look
Absolutely
at what's
disgusting.
going on. I just look at the UK and I see what's happening, and I look at him and I think, big mistake, huge.
And unfortunately, the alternative is Andrew Cuomo, who is also awful, right? But I mean,
he's a nipple
not
boy.
a commie. So the fact
Right.
that he's not a communist is at least that much better. He tried, there are some people that say he outperformed Mamdani, and maybe he did. I don't think it matters because I think Zohran is so far ahead that there's no catching him at this point. But he did go after him about the fact that he wouldn't, as we saw with Martha McCallum yesterday, he wouldn't even say, yes, of course, Hamas should disarm. And Cuomo called him out about that. Here is that, and then also Mamdani's response.
The assemblyman will not denounce Hamas. The assemblyman will not denounce Hassan Piker, who said America deserved 9/11.
Unreal.
The assemblyman just said in his response, well, it depends on occupation. That is code, meaning that Israel does not have a right to exist as a Jewish state, which he has never acknowledged. That is from the river to the sea. That's why he won't denounce globalize the intifada, which means kill all Jews.
Let's give Mr. Mamdani a chance to respond to that.
I want to be very clear. The occupation is a reference to international law and the violation of it, which Mr. Cuomo has no regard for since he signed up to be Benjamin Netanyahu's legal defense team during the course of this genocide. And I find the comments that Hassan made on 9/11 to be objectionable and reprehensible. And I also think that part of the reason why Democrats are in the situation that we are in, of being a permanent minority in this country, is we are looking only to speak to journalists and streamers and Americans with whom we agree of every single thing that they say. We need to take the case to every person, and I'm happy to do that, which is why I was on Fox News yesterday talking about how I wish it was more like NASCAR so we could see all the billionaires who are sponsoring you right on your suit jacket.
Just a reminder that on October 8th, the day after October 7th, 2023, that horrible day, he released a statement in which he did not even mention Hamas. He doesn't even use that term. So Cuomo's right 100% on this issue. And all the people that believe Mamdani are being played. They're absolutely being played.
Oh, of course they're being played. And listen, I agree with you. I think Cuomo is just a horrific he's a horrific candidate. I mean, what he did in New York during COVID, it's just, it's awful. I cannot believe they can't find anybody else to run against this guy. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? But at the same time, he's exponentially better than an Islamo-commie. He is. He is what he is, you know? So I'll root for him.
So apparently now, if you can't name a mosque, this is another. This is what Mamdani tried to hold over the head of Andrew Cuomo, is that he wasn't. That is the dumbest qualifier ever. I mean, that just shouldn't even be a thing, and yet this is where the conversation devolved into.
Candidate in the Democratic primary for him to set foot in a mosque. He had more than 10 years, and he couldn't name a single mosque at the last debate we had that he visited. And what Muslims want in this city is what every community wants and deserves. They want equality and they want respect. And it took me to get you to even see those Muslims as part of this city. And that, frankly, is something that is shameful and is why so many New Yorkers have lost faith in this politics.
Yeah, except that is totally false. I worked with the Muslim community for many years.
Name a single mosque you went to when you were the governor. Can you name a single mosque you went to in 10 years?
Before you were ever here.
Before I was here.
Why does he need to name a mosque? Why does he need to set foot into a mosque? Why would a non-Muslim ever want to walk into a mosque? I don't want to walk into a mosque. I don't want anything to do with a mosque. I am a proud infidel. I don't want anything to do with that. I don't want anything to do with the mosque. Seriously. This is New York City. Does anybody remember September 11th? Anybody remember that? Am I the only person? Honestly, I am disgusted by that whole entire conversation. That whole conversation. And he's like, that's all that they want. That's all that Muslims, that's not all that they want.
No, we keep hearing exactly what they want.
Exactly. And has he ever set foot in a Baptist church? Did he has he gone to all the denominations? Can he name all the denominations of Christianity? Can he? I'd like to know
just
that.
Can he name all the synagogues? Like what? This is the dumbest qualifier. It's so stupid.
Oh my God.
Cuomo also hit hard on the whole experience thing because again, he's 33. He's never held a job. Mamdani doesn't have a resume. Okay, he's been like a hip hop star and he worked as an intern for his mom. That's it. And he wants to run the biggest city in the United States.
So he's Obama. Crazy. He's Obama 2.0.
Yes, essentially. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Cuomo called him out on that. Here is the back and forth about experience.
What the Assemblyman said is he has no experience. And this is not a job for someone who has no management experience to run 300,000 people, no financial experience to run $115 billion budget. He literally has never had a job.
Oh my God.
On his resume, it says he interned for his mother. This is not a job for a first-timer. Any day, you could have a hurricane, you have, God forbid, a 9/11, a health pandemic. If you don't know what you're doing,
Cuomo.
people could die.
Mr. Mamdani, Mr. Mamdani, want to respond?
And if we have a health pandemic, then why would New Yorkers turn back to the governor who sent seniors to their death in nursing homes? That's the kind of experience that's on offer here today. What I don't have in experience, I make up for in integrity. And what you don't have in integrity, you could never make up for in experience.
Oh my God.
He's skilled, man. That was a good answer.
I know.
As good as you could get, you know?
Right. He's skilled in the whole I got this great car. I got a great deal over here. You guys ready to get it? Come on. And people are like, yeah, it's so great. Mamdani, Islamo-communism. Yeah. More, Daddy, more. This is what you're going to get, New York. Good luck with that. Good freaking luck. Good luck.
So one of Mamdani's new things is that he wants buses to be free. This is like another one of his campaign promises. So he was asked, how are you going to do that? Like, how are you going to pay for that? And surprise, guess what he's going to raise, you guys?
But the question is how you'll make them free.
We will fund the revenue that would have otherwise been brought in from fares. And that's something that we would do in partnership with Albany. And I've put forward two proposals. The first is to raise taxes on the top 1% of New Yorkers by 2%. That would raise $4 billion. The second is to raise the state's top corporate tax rate to match that of New Jersey, which would raise $5 billion.
We're going to.
Yeah. Okay. You know what? This has actually inspired me. I'm thinking, when we're done with this whole chicks on the right thing one day, because I'm probably going to work until I'm dead, I'm thinking,
I was like, wait, why are you saying we're going to be done?
I'm just going to go say, I'm going to go become CEO of Microsoft or something and just be like, listen, I don't have any experience in this, but I have integrity.
Right.
I have integrity. And let that be a lesson to all of you. If you're not in the job that you want, by all means, just put on your resume, I have integrity, bitch. So I'm totally qualified for this job. I don't have the experience, but I have integrity.
And that's all that matters, as we've learned from Zohran.
Yes.
For some reason, there was a question which got a different answer from each of the three candidates. It was like the three bears. You know what I mean? It's like there was a hot, cold, and a medium. It was so crazy. So the
porridge. Everybody has porridge. Yeah.
So the question was, oddly, have you ever bought weed, from a dispensary? I don't know why they were asked this. I have no idea.
Question for why they're running for mayor. Can they not ask normal questions?
But anyway, the way that Mamdani answered it was so just he looked like a 17-year-old kid. But it was just interesting to hear all the variations. Here is that moment.
Have you ever purchased anything in a cannabis shop? And if so, what did you buy, Mr. Mamdani?
I have. I have purchased marijuana at a legal cannabis shop.
Okay. Mr. Cuomo?
No.
Mr. Sliwa?
When I was shot 5 times, I've had Crohn's disease. I did use medical marijuana. Yes.
Okay. What is even happening? What's going on? What are we doing? don't.
Wasn't that the craziest thing?
I'm so glad that you used that clip. Like, I just like that gives you such insight. Like, okay, and that's another question I have. So, as a Muslim, are you allowed to smoke pot? I'm just curious.
I guess.
I don't think we have a lot of Muslims in our audience, but I'm just curious. Are you allowed to do that? Are you allowed to partake in the ganja? Are you allowed to do that? I'm just curious.
I don't know. I guess so. This is what. Here's another example of just like a reason that I'm mad at Curtis Lewa. I mean, first of all, he shouldn't even be on that stage. His red beret makes me mad. I don't know why. That's probably irrational. But it makes me mad. He wasn't wearing it last night, but when he wears it, it bothers me. I don't know why, but it makes me crazy. So this is the other thing that made me mad is that they asked for a show of hands from each of the candidates, like raise your hand if Trump sent in federal officers to support the NYPD in, battling crime, would you have your NYPD cooperate? And then this is what happened.
I'd like to see a show of hands. Are there any circumstances where any of you would allow the NYPD to cooperate with the National Guard if Trump sent them to New York? Show of hands. Yes? No takers. Okay.
I'm sorry. What the hell is that?
Yeah. What is that?
He's dead to me. So I'm done with him. Done.
Yeah. It's just
dislike. Dislike.
Godspeed, New York.
Yeah. Good luck.
Godspeed.
I mean, you're going to need all the luck.
If you're there and you're watching this right now, get out. Just get out.
Seriously, because it's bad. Get to the fun stuff. One clip of a woman who decided that when Trump was reelected, she was out of here, right? She's one of those crazy liberals that's so upset by what's happening with America that she hightailed it to a different country.
Yeah.
And here is an update about how that's going.
American who is considering leaving the country to move somewhere else, make sure that the location you choose isn't based off of fear and lack mentality. I regret moving to Costa Rica. It's a beautiful country. I love the nature and wildlife, but moving to a third world country where I don't know the language, I don't have any connections, resources, or opportunities, that didn't make my life any easier by any means. I was just so scared of what's going on in America politically that I was in fight or flight. I was like, how am I gonna afford to survive? Like, how am I gonna find a place to live? Like, I was freaking out. And then I came here and made my life so much harder. And now I'm trying to go back and I just wish I didn't leave in the first place. And it's so weird to want to move to America right now with everything that's going on. But I just left so many privileges and resources behind and I want them back.
What an idiot.
Let me film my stupidity. Okay.
Can you imagine? I mean, just posting that and just being like, I just lost all my privileges.
They don't have bras here in Costa Rica either. Oh my God.
Maybe they do, just not underwire. I don't know.
Okay, they don't have supportive undergarments there. And it's good to know. It's good to know.
Oh my God. So anyway, that happened. Also, we've got some great My Pillow Toks for you today. First of all, you're not gonna like this. But Garen, Irishman Garen, has a problem with early Christmas decorating.
Okay, well, we're gonna fight, he and I. He and I are
But to be fair, this is even earlier than you because he's showing how lit up out the front of stores are now, now.
All right, that's a little when you see Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas all together in stores, that's a little irritating. I can understand where people will be irritated because they're like, I'm confused. You know?
What holiday is it?
What are we doing? Pick a lane. Yeah, I get it.
Okay, so obviously because it is Garen, hide your kids, hide your wives.
Fuck is this? It's the middle of October. Can we get a handle on ourselves, please? Not standing for this. Every fucking year it's earlier. There's plenty of Christmas. We don't need any fucking more of it. I don't wanna get back, Mariah! Dublin, you're making an absolute fool out of this country with this attention seeking. What will all the foreigners think? Imagine a lovely Chinese family. They've come to Ireland for the first time. It's enough of a culture shock as it is. They're going to think they've travelled forward in time 6 fucking weeks. What happened to Halloween? Can we not afford that one anymore because of fucking inflation?
Yeah,
Is this a cover-up? Have the government sold the Halloween decorations? Where's the fucking money? If I disappear, it wasn't an accident. Follow me. I'm delicious.
If I say "fucking," is that actually a bad word? If I say it like that, I mean, if I say that in like mixed company, you know what I mean? It's not a bad word if I say it like that, right?
Well, they say that if you say F off, like the whole word, and then say it backwards, if you read it backwards, then it sounds like you're an Irish person. It's true.
Okay, I'll have to do that. Yeah, I feel like it's not as bad if I pronounce it like him. Listen, I'm going to decorate my house for Christmas on November the 1st, and there will be. I skip Thanksgiving decorations. I will decorate for Halloween, and then I tear everything down on November the 1st. And I am an early Christmas decorator like you, Marie. That's how I do. And I don't care how others feel about it either. Everybody can F off because that's what I do. And then no one's confused. Everybody knows that when you come into my house, it's as if Christmas has exploded and there are carols. We're singing Frank Sinatra Christmas all up in here. And that's what it is. And if you don't like it, you don't have to come over. You know?
All right. So next up, we have a very unique ritual that this cat owner takes when feeding his 2 cats. I've never seen this ritual before. Obviously, the cats have grown accustomed to it. They wait for the ritual to be finished before they actually eat, even when there's food ready to go. They know that they got to go through the process, and the process looks like this.
Oh my God, they have sweaters on. They're so cute.
So they just look, they know it's there.
Now, they might look like they're very educated, but I just got into the habit of doing this before I give them dinner. And then they eat.
And then they eat, and that's fine.
Oh my God, I love them. I need to do that.
I don't know how that started or why the cats put up with it, but they do.
Oh my God, Lexi Ann, you have to start doing that with your cat immediately. That is darling.
Okay, the last one. This is,
okay.
I love this so much. We've shown this dog before. This is the dog that eats so gently, you guys. And this dog has been super gentle before, and we've watched the gentleness before. I have never ever seen him be more gentle than in this video. The anticipation is almost unbearable, you guys, but it's so precious. Watch.
Can you be so gentle for a bite of tortilla?
Look at his face.
Do you want some?
Oh my God.
Tucker's been wanting this tortilla so bad that he's pretending he doesn't want it.
Oh God, he's so
Be
sweet.
gentle, Tucker.
So gentle.
Oh, he's like, Mom, I'm going to be so gentle. I'm going to open my mouth really slowly. Look at my teethers. I got teethers in there, Mom.
Look how slow he's doing this.
He's going to take 4 business days to eat this tortilla. Oh my God, I can't deal with it. I can't. I'd be like, Tucker, just eat it. Just eat it. Buddy, I'd shove it in there.
Look at his little mouth. Look at it.
Look at his teeth first. I can't. I cannot. With the slowness. Why is he in slow motion? I can't. Dude, just eat. Eat it, Tucker. Come on, Tucker.
Oh my God,
Lord,
the
that was
most
excruciating.
gentle.
Meanwhile, my dog's like, they literally take my fingers off. I mean, like you have to go like he's like a velociraptor when he eats. I'm like, just watch your hands, everybody. Everybody, keep your hands to your side. Crazy.
It's just so precious. All right, we've got thank yous from yesterday from LaDonna Hale, who said this Saturday on the National Mall, Thousands of us from Lost Voices of Fentanyl will gather to honor loved ones lost to fentanyl poisoning. We will stand with crosses and photos to show the true cost. She went on to say, fentanyl is an enemy of our people and our country. Please help us spread awareness and give voice to this crisis. This is our first rally with Trump in office. Please pray our message is heard and that we are not overshadowed. God bless Jamie's mom. Forever 23.
God, it's just, I know. And everybody knows somebody who has either they know somebody who has been lost to fentanyl, or they know somebody who has lost someone to fentanyl. You guys, tragic. Is this, I'm sorry, it was Saturday? You said it was Saturday?
It's tomorrow, yeah. So
Tomorrow?
I don't know where the DC Kings thing is happening. Obviously it's not on the National Mall, or maybe it is. Like maybe this will be competing rallies. I have no idea, but I hope that this does not get overshadowed.
A rally worthy of our attention, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Also, Julie Fuelbirth said, there's nothing better to share with my sister than the chicks and late night talks. We love this community. We both have said the shows this week have been great. Thank you. I'm glad that you've enjoyed them.
Yes, thank you.
Gay Olson Oberslinsky said, thought of you, Mock. What do you call an alligator in a vest? An investigator. Take my money, jerks. And then Nancy Katz said, the only way CNN++ would succeed is if Scott Jennings was on 24/7.
Yes.
Happy Friday. That is a good idea.
I'd actually think about it if he was on 24/7. It's true.
Over on Locals, Roth Lady Wright said, we know who they are. They are evil. We should just take them off the planet. Why is this a problem? They are evil. End of story. Good versus evil. You are with us or against us. I'm assuming she's talking about the Islamists.
Yes.
That's my assumption. Roth Lady Wright said, he's probably the sweetest dad. Mike Johnson, maybe?
Mike Johnson.
Okay. Remember that we don't read these till the end. So you got to be a little more specific.
You got to say.
She said also, I bought a bong at the weed shop and I'm high now as I smile now. I'm high right now. Oh my God, what are we doing? I don't know what we're doing.
Okay. All right.
And now you.
Marcy Peralez, good morning, Mock and Daisy. Have a wonderful day and relaxing weekend with your family. See you Monday. Much love. Mine will be so not relaxing at all because we have homecoming and there are 1,000 activities going on starting right after the show.
But mine will be because it's a good day for a drink on a boat, you guys.
Mock's going to be relaxed and I will be going 1,000 miles an hour. But thank you, Marcy. Bull Now, start November 1st. Cats and Christmas tree videos. Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. I love all of the videos, all the Christmas tree videos. Jackie, good morning from Agora, California. Found you ladies about 6 months ago, and now I wake up early to start my day with you in a morning walk. Love you, chicks. Well, welcome, Jackie. We're so happy that you found us. Paula Johnson, I thought Bolton was talking about Joe Biden. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I doubt it.
Deborah Leonelli, you guys are absolutely right about us having a very serious problem. Yes, they are not C's. And I can tell you firsthand that I hear normal people at my job becoming very turned off by this. It's red flags all over the place. It's weird.
I'm glad to hear that there's like, that they're turned off though. Because what's worse is the people that are like, yeah, this is fine.
It's not fine. I mean, it's all so bizarre. It's like a different universe. Michael Steller. Hi, chicks. Hope you enjoyed the AI picture of Finnegan with Frankenstein. Finnegan and I love you. Thank you.
I haven't seen that. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, well, look. Samantha Capehart. Since the crazies will be out tomorrow in full force, especially near DC, sounds like a good day to make soup and stay home to watch football. Yes, it's always a good day to do that.
Always
you guys
a good
do
day.
that. I will be running around like a crazy person. Tim Griffiths, I can't believe Mock, the expert at word smushing, has not combined Islamists and communists into Islamunist.
Oh, I like that. Islamist.
That is good. I say Islamicami is what I say. But
I like that too.
I like that, Islamunist.
And what is that called? That's a portmanteau, I think, is when you combine the words.
Gesundheit. Kim H. Daisy, my sister from another mister. I am right there with you regarding decorating for Christmas. I leave my tree up all year and decorate for the different seasons. You do. I love that idea.
That's a cute idea. That's actually really cute. Because Valentine's Day tree.
Oh my God. Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Easter. I'd love to do an Easter tree.
4th of July.
Oh my God, Kim. Brilliant.
I love that.
Absolutely brilliant. Lori Weens didn't get the job. Unemployment over discouraged. Lori, Everybody pray for Lori. Everybody lift Lori up in prayer. She has got to get the job thing going. Pray for her.
This just wasn't the right job. Clearly.
It wasn't. It's like, think of it as a blessing. You're going to get the right one, Lori. You will. Jose Rodriguez, morning from Texas. I'm back. Have a great weekend. Thank you for your attention in this matter. Just take my money. Thank you, Jose. Lori Weens, Hallmark Christmas movies 24/7 starts tomorrow. Yeah, that's Christmas movies are awesome. Okay, we're going to bring it in, and then I have gifts, you guys, so you can stick around for gifts if you want to see some gifts.
Okay, but you have to actually bring it in.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's not
I'm
really
sorry. There was a
bringing
cord.
in.
There's a cord in my way. There was a cord in my way. I couldn't get back. Okay, you guys were bringing it in. Oh my God, bringing it in. Isn't it nice? Because I know Corinne doesn't like the hugs. She only does side hugs. Mock hugs are the best hugs ever. Okay. All right. Gay Oberslinsky. Gay went to Poland and she got me this gorgeous. Look at that. Speaking of Christmas, isn't that beautiful? It's like a hand painted ornament. She got it in Krakow. I'm never going to go to Krakow. She went for me.
Never say never.
I mean, I don't know, you guys. I'm probably never going to make it over there. And then Diane Conant. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Conant. Conant. She got me bumper stickers that say, "We are not the same." A bunch of stickers. Thank you so much for that. And everybody always gives me these lovely letters. Angela Edens. She got me a Jesus. You guys, I actually have a bunch of these in my purse and I leave them in places. I don't know if you guys have ever seen
that's cute. Like where? Like where have you left them?
Like if I am at, like I was at Sefco, which is a gas station the other day, and I just left one sitting in the bathroom. Because somebody will go in there and just find a Jesus. You know
I love that. I love
Right.
that you do that.
I have like a bunch of little Jesuses in my purse and I'll leave them in places. And I love my Jesuses. And I always have them in the car and stuff like that. And then I got this fantastic shirt. Love it. Thank you so much for that.
Is that from Carrie?
Yes, that was from Diane. I think that was from Diane. Was that from? No, that wasn't. No, I'm sorry. That was not. That was from Angela. Oh, from Angela. Angela got me that in the Jesus. Okay. And then this is from Karen Ann Stoner. And she got me this. I love this pumpkin spicy.
Oh, that's cute.
Towel. So cute. Thank you. And then I think you got this because you showed it to everybody. Shelly Ethington got the cute dish towel.
Yes, but don't show the shirt if you got the
shirt. And then
don't
she
show
got
it.
a shirt, and I'm not going to show it because she's going to.
You're going to wear it.
I have it. I'm moving it over here because she's. And she got me a really cute shirt for Halloween. And then Letitia Sangster from Missouri got me the little Jubies.
The bees. They're
They're
cute.
my little Jubies. And I'm going to actually put these on my tree because I think they're cute. I'm like,
I know. They're super cute.
I have a Christmas tree, like just has all the like sentimental ornaments. So that's what I got. Thank you guys so much for all the lovely gifts. I really appreciate it. Everything's so sentimental and I love it. And I thank you guys. So everybody have a wonderful weekend and we will talk to you on Monday. Bye. Bye, everybody.
Hello, beautiful people. This is the Chicks on the Right's Indian correspondent. Thank you for watching or listening. Be very sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to stay up to date on all of their delicious content. Okay, thank you. Come again.
We could